All right, what are you doing, people? 2 days out, Thursday. It's beautiful. Sleep last night was pretty ass, just because I was so excited. Kept thinking about the show and everything and seeing everybody. And weight stayed the same today after a little bump in carbs yesterday. Just hit my last 30-minute cardio session until after the show, which is good because my legs, need a break. And checked in this morning. I think it's my best picks so far this prep, at least at my house, not fully peaked and everything. And Nate got back to me already, bumped rice to 250 per meal instead of 200 for basically like 4 meals. And then actually said we're going to pull GH. This is more so for the next show, New England's, the week following. The GH will probably still stick for this weekend or so. At least that's what he says. And so, yeah, I'm going to go home, take my last shot, and shower. Probably eat a meal. I've been pushing my meals off pretty late, but just with the food getting up there, I don't want to be super kind of, full going to bed. I want to be full, but not super full. Like lately, I've been eating back-to-back meals right before bed, and it's not been super great. I want digestion to be smooth and still good. So I'm going to go home, eat a meal, and then get ready and go get my hair cut. So be on the lookout for a fresh new do. And let Peak Week Part 2 begin. All right, YouTube, we out here on Drew Street, Clearwater, Florida. No, I'm just messing around. We're at the barbershop. My boy Hilar is gonna hook it up. He always does it good. So we'll see what's popping, see how fresh we can get. My dude, my man, we ready to go. All right, we're almost finished up here at the barber. Little plug for my guy. He goes by Cubano Barber on Instagram. Dude does a nasty fade. He's up here 1701 Drew Street in Clearwater. I've been coming to him for a couple years now, and dude's really good, man of God, always takes his time and gives you a great haircut, very affordable. And Nate actually put me onto him. He used to be right there in Largo, but he's got a new location up here. And so if you're looking for a barber, dude's the man. All right, so you can see the finishing touches, getting ready for the show. But yeah, no, dude always takes his time. He likes using little enhancements at the end too, and uses a razor on your eyebrows and everything. Like, super clutch barber. Really can't recommend him enough. But gonna go home, chill out for a bit, and then get at meal number 2 here before we get our last pump workout in, which should be good because the food's been decent the past couple days. So I'm looking forward to getting a nice pump. Alrighty, just finished up the last pump workout. It was absolutely insane with the food being a little higher. The pump was crazy, skin bursting. We got some really good picks and everything. Took my secret weapon with me always, and just finishing that up, man. Honestly, on this ride home, got a little emotional because I'm just so grateful for just this sport and the opportunity to be able to do this. And just, it's, people don't really understand what all goes into this and what it takes. And that can be hard sometimes, but I just am so proud of myself and everyone else that is competing this week, my friends, that we, made it to this point and pretty much, get to rest now until show day, and just kind of this sense of relief, like, all right, the work's done. Let's go have some fun and show it off. And, I don't know. I don't really have the words, but I'm really looking forward to this local show and seeing everybody and showing off what we've built over this past, year and throughout this prep, and getting to share it with everybody and family and friends. And man, this sport is so cool. I think it's the hardest sport in the world. You could argue that for a number of reasons, but just it's a 24/7 thing. It's a mental, it's an emotional, it's a physical thing. But it's so cool when it comes together. It's so cool, getting to the finish line and just the feelings that you get, and reminiscing on, man, like, there were moments where, you didn't think you were going to make it. And, I don't know if I'm going to finish this, or if I'm going to be able to, or if I'm going to look good, or what's going to happen. And, man, it's just so cool at the end. So we're soaking that up now. Probably don't have much else to say on this 2-day out right now. Just a couple more meals to eat, and then we'll go to bed. I'm still waiting on the mock plan for tomorrow from Nate, which he's going to send later. And then I'm probably going to have to do an order of foods, and just to make sure that I have everything here and prepped and ready. But otherwise, we'll catch you at 1 day out. All right, guys. Yo. We are 1 day out at the Starbucks, carrying on the tradition, getting the drinks for the wifey and a coffee for myself. Thank you very much. Slept pretty good last night, considering 1 day out and all. And gonna go home, take some check-ins, shoot them over to Nate, and get this day rolling. Very excited, to say the least. And so to recap, slept pretty good last night, considering 1 day out and all. Woke up 234, so that's a pound up. And we started titrating carbs higher throughout the week, filling up a little earlier this week relative to our last show, where we were kind of still digging into it. So starting on like Sunday, we started increasing carbs, and yesterday was a high of like 400 grams carbs. So definitely kind of on the fuller side. I took check-in pics and about to send those over to Nate. He sent over a mock kind of plan for today, yesterday, and I'll kind of walk you guys through those meals individually today, and they're all subject to change, and then kind of whatever else we have planned for the day. All right, about to sit down for meal one, and just based on like the plan that Nate sent over yesterday, we're essentially like pulling back a little bit, since I said we're already on the fuller side. So carbs are like, off the top of my head, like 75% of maybe like in the 250, 300 kind of range for the day. And protein is probably like 25% of what we would normally eat on a daily basis. So this first meal is 3 ounces of chicken and 200 grams of rice. And most people know, but basically we'll eat this meal and take pictures before the next meal and check weight and send that to him and see if he wants to make any changes going into the next meal. All right, so we're here at the nail salon, getting the pedicures, and then we'll probably go to some stores to walk around, get some steps in before we go back home for meal 2. And we'll have to take some pics and check the weight and send that to Nate and see if he wants to make any changes. But otherwise, so far so good. All right, so meal 2 just went down. It was 4 ounces of lean beef, 3/4 cup spinach, 100 grams blueberries, and 6 cranks of salt. We got another liter going in now, and then probably another liter before meal 3. We're 2 liters deep so far, and Nate saw the pics and made no changes to this meal, and said we're looking hard and grainy in a really good spot. So continuing on as planned. All right, what it do? It's 2 o'clock. We're 2 meals in, 4 liters water in. Just sent pics over to Nate. He says we're looking spot on. No changes to the plan so far. We got a orange and 200 grams of rice and 3 ounces of chicken for meal 3. And then I'm going to run over to Counterculture to pick up a shirt that I want to wear to check-ins tonight. And then what else? That's about it. Gonna chill. Nate's gonna come over, I think, in about an hour and take a look at me. And then we will probably eat again and then head over to check-ins. So only a couple hours and then we'll be getting a tan. All right. We just smashed meal 4. It was 4 ounces of beef, 3/4 cup spinach, and 200 grams of sweet potato. Haven't had a sweet potato in a long time, so that was pretty tasty. And yeah, Nate says everything's looking on point. He's not feeling great because he's got the Olympia flu, so he didn't make it over, but hopefully he can at least, feel better for show day tomorrow. It's going to be an early morning. And we're headed up to check-ins now. Supposed to get my tan before and then check in. So excited to see the venue and everything, and then get my number, get an idea of maybe how many bodybuilders there are, or how many supers there are specifically. But and then looking forward to seeing people I know and stuff up there. Got my chauffeur and obviously number 1 supporter and fan. So we're doing the deal. Very hyped. Stopped by Counterculture to pick up this sick nasty shirt and say what's up to people. Saw Sabor there. He got me nice and hyped. So we're gonna be ready to rock. The check-in from Nate was everything's on point. We just gotta dry out overnight and it'll be nasty. And I very much believe that. So ready to go to battle. All right, my people, we got checked in. It was kind of a nightmare in there. It was very slow, but we got the first coat of tan. We got checked in. What number are we? 18. We're number 18. And there's 2 super heavies. So we will have someone to compete against in our class. Gonna go home, probably send some pics to Nate, and then we've got 2 more meals before bed. We got probably like an hour and a half, or maybe an hour or so before we're gonna stop drinking water and take the diuretic. So that's the plan. Alrighty. Back home, sent check-ins with the tan on. I feel like we're looking spot on. 8 degrees. Just ate meal 5. It was 200 grams of rice and 3 ounces of chicken. Finishing up this last liter of water here in the next 30 minutes. And then taking a Diazide or a half or whatever. I can't remember what we're taking, but. And then I got one more meal. It's a cream of rice, 80 grams, and 32 grams peanut butter, and 100 grams banana. So that should be good. Hopefully give us a couple hours of sleep before we wake up crispy, ready to battle. Pretty pumped about this. Pretty pumped. Homecoming show. So it's going to be here in just a few hours. Literally just a few hours. And the stage looks cool. Be on the lookout for what color trunks I'm wearing. They're new. And yeah, got my little backstage bag ready. Have the tentative plan for the food. So we will be up very early, most likely, 3:34. Chilling, and then probably eat our first meal around 5 before we leave the house. But man, it's been a good prep, and ready to show out.